Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So 3 months ago, the 21st of December, you saw me put the calycanthus seeds into the freezer overnight, and then they have been in the refrigerator up until 2 days ago. I pulled them out and have just left them here on the counter. What I'm going to show you today is the next step I feel is important with larger seeds with a harder seed coat. It's called scarification, and there's a couple ways to do it. You can use a knife and just make a little scratch on the seed coat if it's a bigger seed. You can use a nail file, an emery board, to scuff it up, or you could get something bigger, a sheet of sandpaper, and I would recommend the really fine, very fine grit to do this. We're not trying to damage the seed. We're just wanting to scuff up the seed coat a little bit. These seeds potentially would be eaten by birds or possibly mammals, but not be completely digested in their body. So they would eat them, it would go through digestion, and then they would poop them out, and the seed coat would have been affected by the animal or bird's digestion. And that is what scarification is, our attempt of duplicating that in the seed. So hold on just a moment so I can set you up and you can see the next step. And then I've got my tray set up here so I can go ahead and plant these. Okay, hold on. Okay, here are the calycanthus seeds, and what I'm noticing is that on some of them there's the beginning of, get that to focus, just that little white edge right there. That is the beginning of, they're ready to germinate even without the scarification step. Also, my friend Tim sent rose seeds to me, and can you see that one right there and these right here? The little sprouts are already beginning to form, so I'm not going to do anything to those. But the other ones that don't have any sign yet of germinating, I'm just going to lightly rough them up on the sandpaper. Now, the moss. Somebody asked in the comments when I showed that I was wrapping these in moss, why I was doing that. Moss is a sterile medium, so my main concern was that these things not go moldy in the refrigerator with the dampness, and they haven't. And because the rose seeds were so tiny, I just wrapped them in a damp paper and I set those inside with the moss. Again, nothing's gone moldy. Okay, so on to the next step. Okay, those rose hip seeds all seem to have a little tag end of a sprout beginning to show. These did not, so I'm just gonna lightly scuff them along. Oh, it's hard to film and show you this. Just scuff them along the sandpaper, and they could also fold it in half and just do a little bit of that. I'm going to go ahead and sow these, and I'm not going to bore you with that part because you all know how to plant things. And then as soon as that's done, we'll film the calycanthus. Okay, so all I'm doing is just running the seed lightly across the sandpaper. I've done these. You can see the little scuff marks on them. That's all you want to do, just lightly scuff them up. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of these and get them sown, and then I'll be back in just a moment. But that's basically it. You're just taking the seed, just running it across, getting a little scuff on it, and then going ahead and sowing it. Okay, I've got them pressed in, and I'm just covering them up with a little bit of soil. So you can see these over here. Just firm them up a little bit. And then all I'm going to do is just give them a light spritz. Then this whole flat is going to go into a plastic bag. I'll show you that in just a second. And there we go. I recycle produce bags. The really big ones are perfect for sliding a flat into. And I just tape the edge. I'm going to set this aside in a cozy spot in the house. We had a beautiful full moon on the 18th, and so now the energy, as the moon is waning, the energy goes towards the plant setting down roots, which is exactly what we want to happen here. We want those seeds to finish sprouting and send their little roots down into the soil. I'll show you what happens in the next video. Fingers crossed, but it looks like we're going to get some good germination. See you in the next part.